Okay guys, we are back. I just came back. It's 3:30 p.m. and I just wanted to kind of show you guys. We're back on Upwork. The same day, just this morning, I posted this job and it was I think around 11 or so when we did the first part of this video. But now here we are. We're on Upwork again. It's been just 4 hours and we have 20 proposals already. So from all those people we invited, 20 people have already responded back. Now also on here, so it comes to your email too. So they send a thing to your email that tells you you have postings or you have messages available. So each message goes back and forth through it'll send you one to your email, which is really cool because then you know when someone's done something for you or has questions. So these ones here on the left is all the recent, but this is what we were talking about before. Considering making payments outside of Upwork. Keep your money safe. Only make payments through Upwork. Don't risk losing sleep or Upwork. You could have work done outside of Upwork. It's nice to have a site and a place where things are in place to manage that so you don't have to worry about it. So here's our 3 messages on the side. See, that was, 11:20 is when we invited him. So that was when we invited everybody. It was about 11:20. And so just immediately he got an email and he said, "Thank you so much for inviting me to this project. I'm able to deliver your needs with 100% quality work. Here's what I'm going to deliver." And he goes on to tell us eye-catching designs, 100% unique concepts, the copyright over it, unlimited revisions, and then following the file formats as per design, as per your requirements. And so he's going to give us all of the vector files, everything that we need so that when it's time to design business cards, it's time, maybe you're going to put up a billboard, your logo is in that right format so that when they request that, you have all of those in place. So that's really cool. So anyway, and then you can go to the proposal and read over it. So here's another message we received. Here's another one saying, "Hello, Mr. Giants. Thank you for your invitation. Very interested in your job." He goes through and asks the same, says the same things. The reasons you should choose me. And you can kind of tell when they're typing in English. You can almost tell that they, English is a second language for them, it's kind of cool also. So what makes you choose me? So what reasons would you choose me? And then he names the 4 reasons, and it's really cool. He goes through all that information. Here's another one. This is Anna, and she was from Russia, I believe. And it says, "Hello, Bowen. I'll be gladly to help you." So you can see the language barrier, but like I say, they still do excellent work. So here's an example of similar work, so we can see things she's done. She's designed stuff for Bitcoin, for a coffee house, for logos, and then it says, "I can do the work within 2 days for you." And so we can go through and look through all her stuff and see, exactly what she's requesting too. So those are the 3 who sent personal messages. But when you go into, let's go into the jobs. So here's our job, looking for an experienced logo designer. Once we're in our job and we click on it, here's all the proposals. So all the proposals, there's 20 of them in here. So you can see some people are asking for more. They're saying, "Oh, I can do it, but $130. Oh, I can do it, but it's going to be $100. So these are all these ones say, "Oh, I'll do $30. And so you can see how some people are, maybe he meant to say $40, or maybe he's just saying, "I'm really, really good, so pay me $400 and look at my stuff." So, and you might find that he's offering something that's worth $400. So, it's always worth taking a look. But what I do is I go through all of this, and then I'll just take off the ones. I just take the time to kind of read through them, see what they're asking, see price might be the first thing I take away, or it might be, maybe they're not into logo stuff, maybe they do other stuff, graphics designer maybe. So anyway, so I'll go through all of those, and you have to take a little bit of time to read through them and to look at their work and decide. But the best thing is just to kind of say, "Hey, I really like them. or no, I don't think this is a fit for them, and you would just archive it. You would just take it off of there, and then you can just see what's left. Filter it all the way down, and then pick one person that you really like and give them a shot to do it. So anyway, I'll go through and filter those, and then we'll be right back to find out who we work with. Okay, so here we are. I think I've narrowed it down to the last 3. Here's the 3 professionals I really liked. I liked their different designs. You can see when you click on them, you can see what they're offering. You know, they've got a Dropbox account. I just leave the Upwork. They recommend that you don't click on any links that don't look familiar in case you're going to get a virus, but normally it's not a place to spread viruses anyway. So you can see some of her designs, some of the things that she's done for companies, and I really like her design. So I think she is probably the one that we'll be using to design our logos. Just her portfolio looks really nice, and the logos look really nice. So over here too, if it's someone you like, so you can hire the freelancer there, you can shortlist them, you can archive it if it's not something you are interested in, but then you can also save the candidate. So that's kind of cool, and you can decline the candidate if they had nothing to do with anything, didn't make any sense. You could just decline them, so you don't have to deal with them anymore. So anyway, there you go, and let's go back. So both of these guys had really good work too, had earned money online and had some really good designs. Here's some more. So this one was cool because he had designed some stuff on here. You just keep scrolling down here. He designed some Ragnar relay stuff, which was kind of cool. That's kind of a cool designer to have, so we'll probably want to save him. We'll probably use him for something else. I also really liked that he came in at $28, so he's kind of aware that there's a fee that's charged by the site. The fee's not passed on to them, but he's saying, hey, let me help you a little bit out on that fee. So that's kind of a good faith for, $28. That's probably why he's got a lot of work done. That is a good one also. So I will go over here to save the candidate, and we can save in our notes that we would like to use him in the future. You can update that note. So, and then here's the last candidate. He's also really good, has really nice designs. I looked at some of them on Google. Here you can kind of see he's got a JPEG of different designs he's done. If you want to zoom in and look at them, it's pretty nice designs also. So anyway, as you can see, a lot of really talented people on here. So there we go, and then we're gonna work with Miss P, and let's go ahead. We'll click on her. We're gonna hire the freelancer. Okay, so we got it figured out here. There we go. It says hire Miss Pinky. And looking for an experienced logo designer, design my new logo. We have that. The contract title, if we wanted to edit that. If we wanted to give more information, I think she has plenty of information. Deposit $30 for the whole project. Sometimes when I get in here and I'm doing work for somebody, my contract title, and the information I give to the job listing, I try not to go into too much detail or give them websites or things like that, because I don't want them in turn contacting my customers saying, oh no, I'll do the work for you, or that type of information. So you don't want to give any contact information in there. You want to strictly deal with them here on Upwork, if that makes sense. And then we have a due date. She sounded like she could get it done within a couple days, so today's the 16th. Maybe we'll go over here and say till Friday. That might be a good due date. Give her plenty of time. We can add more to the description, and then we could attach files if we wanted to, if there was something she had requested or something that we felt like she needed to know, or images we wanted her to use. We could attach them there, and then we agree. So here we're depositing the $30 into escrow today. So they're saying, you deposit that money, and then they see that we've kind of given them good faith. We've said, here's the $30 and we put it in escrow for this job, so you're going to get paid. Okay, so now we could, if we wanted to hire more people, maybe it was for a really important client, we wanted multiple designs, or maybe we felt like we wanted multiple people to work on designs for us and we were going to pay all 3 of them, we could do that. We could say, I plan to hire more freelancers for this job. But as of right now, we're done hiring, so that's going to show that the job is closed. So we'll keep your job here until the offer is accepted so that you can easily access other applicants. So if she turned us down or said, you know what, I really don't have the time to do it, then we could still find more people. While you wait for Miss Pinky to accept, feel free to send Miss additional milestones or materials needed to begin your work. That's what we talked about. So there we go. Now we'll just wait for her to respond and say that she has everything she needs, and then we'll come back and see what the logos look like. Okay, here we are back. If you remember the logo that we set up to do this, you can see that I presented the offer here. So I sent the offer to her and said, hey, this is what we agreed on, the budget, the milestone, when it was due. Now we're a few days after it was due, but her and I went back and forth and made a lot of changes, so I wasn't too strict on the deadline. If that makes sense, if you're making changes to it, obviously it's going to take a little more time, so I'm not too strict about deadline when I'm working on something like this. So here you see that just after that she accepted the offer. We'll just scroll down here so you can see how we went back and forth over 4 or 5 days. So you can see, to utilize this opportunity best, deliver excellent quality. So she asked for some different things that I liked, what I wanted. And so she had gone ahead and designed up a couple of logos before I had even responded back to her. So these are her initial ideas. And I saw both of these and I thought, wow, they weren't exactly what I wanted. And so I told her, I got back to her. I said, I really did not like the ones above. I like icon and text, whatever you think on colors. A dark red looks nice. Maybe something that includes a clock or stopwatch, and then that it would be 30-minute business. And so here's a couple of logos I just found on the internet. I said something like these I think would look kind of cool. And so she said, thank you for the feedback. I'm getting started again. Would you mind sharing an email ID for convenient update and communication? Normally, and this is what I responded, because this is what I normally like to do. I don't like to have them to have my personal email just because I want it to be managed here. And I want to see that we're talking back and forth and what our communication is, so that if there's any type of dispute. So if someone asks you and says, hey, would you mind giving me an email so that I try to keep it all here so there's never a problem. And then also I'm not receiving strange messages time and time again about them looking for work or them putting me on other email lists. So that's just why I do it that way. So she put together some new ones. These are these two, which I liked both of these. And so I told her, hey, can we take off them? You can see that she added minutes to it, 30 minutes business. So I asked her to take off the S. And then I told her, we're still going back and forth, you can see. And then I told her, hey, I like that one. And then I told her to change some stuff. Then you can see she took off the S. And I really liked this one, but I thought, man, that looked pretty nice and not so flaunty, I guess. Not so much going on if I just took that clock off. So I told her, can we take the clock away? And I just copied that off of it. I just took that into Paint and just cut that off and said, take this off. So there was no problem with communicating what we wanted. And then she says, here you go. And this is what I ended up with. And this is what I really like. And you can see it on the website and on the Facebook page now. That's the one we're using. So that's one I really like. And I told her, hey, can we center it? And then she changed some things, centered it more in the page. And then again we went back and forth about understanding each other. But then I told her the logo just didn't look centered above, but it looks fine. She can send the final files. And so those are all the files I had her send. You always want to make sure you get all the files for your image. So if you ever do any other designs, you'll be able to have a printing company or something. You can give them the right file so that they can continue to work with it. So you're not stuck with just something that won't look good when it gets blown up if you put it on something bigger, so it won't be pixelated. So that's something to remember too when you're getting designs. And then she sent those over to me and I downloaded them and I said everything looked great. I said awesome, thank you, and then I paid her right after. There's no reason to wait. If I got what I needed, it's good to pay them quickly, not to wait or to come back later and do it. Just get it taken care of. As long as you know that, and most contractors too, most freelancers, if you went back to them and said, hey, oh, I forgot I didn't get this one, they'll just get it to you because they want you to continue to use them. So there you go. That's this part. And then we'll click on over to finish the job and get her paid. Right here, we just click to the view contract. And now we're at end contract. So you just click on the end contract. Are you sure you want to end the contract? You'll be prompted to provide feedback and make any final payments in the following steps. And so, yep, we want to end the contract because she delivered everything that we wanted in all the file folders. So here we are. And now this is what I like to do is come in here and rate the contractor. And I always rate them very well. I mean, this is the work they're doing. Or even if I had some difficulty in dealing with them or talking back and forth to communicate, I still always put that that everything was good, because I like to find good people and I also like treating people right. If you really had a problem, with a contractor and they really treated you poorly, but if you've done your due diligence in the beginning, you're going to have someone who has treated you right. So I try to put everything in there that I feel like was good. And then their skills, quality of work, availability, I just 5 stars for everything. And then I always like to say that I would recommend them. And then that's it. We leave something positive and quick people can read. And then we end the contract. There you go. How likely would you be to recommend Upwork to a friend or colleague? I'm recommending it to all you guys, so that's very likely. Okay, there we are. That job's done. And there you have it. You can open and do as many jobs and have as many things going as you would like at a time. So you kind of have endless opportunities, as you can see, to design whatever you need and whatever you like, and really creative people at your fingertips. So I would say your task after this video is to go on and post your first job, something that you need done, a logo or maybe a nicer banner for your website, or maybe you just need someone to kind of set something up for you digitally. Just get in there and look around and post a job and try it out. Okay guys, thanks for watching.